What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Surprise, surprise, the Los Angeles Lakers are in the rumors to trade for another all-star point guard. Who knew? So the rumors on Twitter or on an article or whatever it was is that Russell Westbrook could be traded to the Los Angeles Lakers because they interviewed Scott Brooks to be their assistant. We all know that Scott Brooks and Russell Westbrook are very close, which led to this rumor coming out. For me personally, I think this trade is a little bit more likely than some other trades that I've seen, just because the only way this could happen is if Russell Westbrook and the Wizards decided they did not want Russell Westbrook anymore. If this was like the only offer on the table from the Lakers, and they were like, you know what? We just need to get rid of this guy, so they do it. That's the only way that I can see this happening. Let me tell you, this was an interesting video, but I will tell you, I do not like the fit of Los Angeles Lakers with Russell Westbrook, because I don't think LeBron James and Russell Westbrook would coexist all that well, in my personal opinion. That's just my own opinion, and let me tell you, 2K, in a way, kind of agreed with me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely leave a like if you do, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 19,000 subs. We've been uploading every day. The grind is real, boys. Let's go ahead and keep it going, but for now, go ahead, enjoy this Russell Westbrook Los Angeles Lakers rebuild. The Los Angeles Lakers continue to find themselves in trade rumors. No matter how many little assets they have, they just keep finding themselves for guys like Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, anything like that. So today there was a report that since Scott Brooks is being interviewed for assistant coaching job for the Los Angeles Lakers, apparently that would open up an idea of possibly trading for Russell Westbrook for the Los Angeles Lakers. So I will say, this is more likely that they'd be able to trade for Russell Westbrook than a guy like Damian Lillard, just because the Wizards obviously are more close towards a rebuild than the Blazers would be. Also, the only reason the Wizards would accept a trade from Los Angeles Lakers to get rid of Russell Westbrook is if there was no other offers on the table, which I don't know how likely that would be. That's the only way the Lakers get this done. Only way, if there's no other offers on the table. So a Russell Westbrook trade between the Wizards and the Lakers goes down. And personally, I am not in love with the trade. Like I said, I don't like the Lakers assets, because I know there are a lot of rumors to get a lot of these guys that would be nice to have next to AD and LeBron, but let's be honest, they don't have a ton of assets. So looking at the trade though, is Russell Westbrook, Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, KCP, THT, and their 22nd pick in the draft. So that is the trade that would go down to get a guy like Russell Westbrook. See, if you threw this exact same trade offer for Damian Lillard, it's not going down. That's just not enough. But like I said, the only way this would happen is if the Wizards had the mindset that Russell Westbrook was a negative asset to their team, and they just wanted to get rid of him, basically. And there was no other offers on the table, so they cut their losses. They take Kuzma, THT, and a first-round pick. Basically, that's the only way this would go down, and I think that's somewhat likely, but at the same time, I don't think the Wizards are rebuilding yet. It would honestly come down to if Bradley Beal wanted out. That would actually what it'd come down to. So, now that we have a team of LeBron James, AD, and Russell Westbrook, where do we go from here? Personally, I'm not sure if I would love the fit of Russell Westbrook next to LeBron James. He's not a good shooter. Russell Westbrook does a lot of the same things that LeBron does, playmaking, drives, and all that. But we'll see. We'll definitely see how this goes here in 2K. As you do know, whenever you start simulating, Russell Westbrook usually does end up on the Los Angeles Lakers. It's kind of funny. I think he sounds like a $5 million contract just to be with them. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, Russell Westbrook on the Los Angeles Lakers, you love to see it, so that's kind of fun. Draft night, obviously we do not have a draft pick because we traded it for Russell Westbrook. So Alfonso McKinney, and if I didn't mention this already, I'm literally doing this video for entertainment purposes. Like I said, the idea of this going down in real life seems kind of unlikely in my head, and I just don't see it going down, but hey, you never know. So Russell Westbrook, so right now we honestly lost KCP, which would have been a really nice addition obviously to our starting lineup, because he's a very good 3-and-D shooting guard. So I think we're definitely going to need to replace that. Dennis Schroeder's a free agent, which Dennis Schroeder, there's been so many reports on how much money he's going to get this offseason. He's asked for a ton. Drummond has asked for a ton as well. And personally, if I'm the Lakers, I don't want to give him $28 million. I don't think anyone's going to give him $28 million if we're completely honest with ourselves. So I think the first thing I want to do is I wouldn't mind keeping Dennis Schroeder here as like a backup point guard, as a sixth man. But he might be our like one guy that we can use in a trade to kind of get better. I guess we could kind of look at our mid-levels real quick. So we could sign like a Wayne Ellington, which would be interesting, I guess. But other than that, man, we're kind of thin at what we can do. We just traded a lot for Russell Westbrook, which was, kind of the big move that we wanted to do. Personally, if you had Russell Westbrook in the starting five, and then you went ahead and signed like Drummond to be your starting center, the spacing would just be so damn awful that it would be kind of not the best. It wouldn't be the best, man. So I think what I would like to see is if Russell Westbrook ended up on the Los Angeles Lakers. I'd love to see AD personally playing center. I know he hates playing center, but I just think the lineup is so much better when he is playing center. So we're definitely going to try to make him play center today. Schroeder, like I said, I wouldn't mind him coming back. He could be a 6-man. He was, really good at that role for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way, get him back. And then we definitely need 3-and-D wing players. So David Nwamba here would be nice. And then Alex Caruso is somebody you definitely, have interest in. The Los Angeles Lakers like him a lot. So I'll go ahead and sign Alex Caruso. And then what else could we sign? So we have Dwayne Dedman, who could be like a backup power forward for the year. What else? Reggie Bullock. It's starting to get a little thin, as you know, because obviously it is it's the way it is, man. It's getting a little thin down here. So Boban Marjanovic could be interesting. Kyle Quinn, Trevor Ariza is a guy that used to play for LA. So honestly, Juan Toscano actually would be fun as well to bring him back to, or bring him to the Lakers, not bring him back. So looking at our 5 right now, so I'm gonna move Alex Caruso to shooting guard as well. I don't necessarily mind Alex Caruso being a starter if he has to be, but I would rather him come off the bench just because I like him in that role. So Schroeder, backing up Russell Westbrook, former teammates in Oklahoma City, and then Alex Caruso, Reggie Bullock, LeBron James, David Nwamba, Juan Toscano, AD, and then obviously our center spot really sucks. So I'm going to move Dedman to power forward as well. So we move Dwayne Dedman to power forward. I'm going to move AD to center just because I think he'll do better in that role, and then we're going to trade for a starting shooting guard. I think that's what we're going to kind of do right now. I don't know. Marc Gasol is making $2 million. If I attach 2 second-round picks with him, could I get like a quality starting shooting guard who might make like less than $2 million? I have no idea, but I'm gonna see if I can find one real quick, just to kind of pair on this team, because that's the only way we're gonna find a starter shooting guard without trading Dennis Schroeder, which I kind of want to keep him. Marc Gasol and 3 second-round picks for Edmund Sumner to come my starting shooting guard, because our starting shooting guard spot is looking really thin right now. So Edmund Sumner comes over here. I know he shoots very, very well here on 2K, so he'd be a really nice player to have in starting 5. So I love that. And then obviously Schroeder's still backing up Russell Westbrook. So AD is the one guy that I want to move to center. And then at the power forward spot right now, literally it's not that I don't know, man. Who are we starting at power forward? Because right now it's not looking good. Ariza could be interesting, but he does go down in overall like crazy. Markieff Morris wouldn't have been a bad idea. Tony Snell would be nice as well, just to kind of have here. So yeah, I mean, right now it's just like I said, the rotation's thin, but hey, we do have some quality players here, so we can kind of work with it. So Trevor Ariza is down 3 overall. Tony Snell obviously 74. Juan Toscano. So I guess Juan Toscano, if you really wanted him to, could be a starter. AD is gonna have to play center. I mean, there's no way around it. AD is gonna have to play center in this kind of lineup, because there's just not enough spacing. I've always hated how he wouldn't play center, just because I feel like he's better. I feel like the team is just much better when he does. I remember when the Blazers were going up against Pelicans in that 7-game series, and they absolutely demolished us, and AD was playing center the whole series. So Schroeder, we'll throw some untapped potential at him. Why not? Throw this other one at Edmund Sumner, and we'll throw the last one probably at Alex Caruso. Why not? Alex Caruso, boom. And then now let's look at our starting 5. So power ranking lands as number 1. Starting 5 looks like this. They want to start Cristiano Felicio. They also want to start Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso in the starting 5. Okay. Dwayne Dedman, 80 overall, 6-man. Dennis Schroeder, David Nwamba, Edmund Sumner, Reggie Bullock, Juan Toscano. Okay. So obviously this isn't going to go that way. We're going to move AD to the center. And then we'll have, I don't want Dedman starting necessarily, but maybe we start like, I don't know. Well, let's see. What do we do here? So let's say we started, let's say Edmund Sumner moved to, no, actually, let's just do this. Let's do this. Okay. We're gonna have to change the rotation up quite a bit. So Cristiano Felicio, Edmund Sumner is gonna be in starting 5, just because I think it'd probably be the best thing to do. So we'll have Edmund Sumner in the starting 5, and then LeBron James will play the power forward spot. Edmund Sumner, Alex Caruso will kind of play together here. So we'll have that going for us, and then we'll have these last 13 minutes go to Reggie Bullock, I guess. So that's basically how we're gonna do things. I know it's very small, but hey, this is how we're gonna roll with it. LeBron James and AD playing the front court, Russell Westbrook in the back court, Alex Caruso, Edmund Sumner, however you want to switch it around. Or we could even have David Nwamba in here just for his defense instead, and then we could do something like this. Let's not do that, actually. So we'll have that. We'll have Alex Caruso getting like 17 minutes, and then we'll have David Nwamba getting like 10. So we could do that instead. That might be a little more interesting if we did something like that. I would like to see Dennis Schroeder get like 30 minutes or 20 or just some kind of good minutes here. 29 minutes is fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. Proficiency wise, we are a 3.5 for perimeter centric, and that's our best scenario. 7 seconds. Okay, we'll move it to 7 seconds instead. So also, I forgot to show you guys, like I said, that if Scott Brooks was hired, it would increase, and I did hire him as an assistant coach. It let me, so that was cool. So Scott Brooks is assistant coach, and I think David Fizdale is going to be the other assistant, but he's not on 2K, so that's unfortunate. But we've talked enough. I'm ready to simulate a season, see how things go, and hopefully, guys, this team ends up making the playoffs with Russell Westbrook, AD, and LeBron James lead the way. This season, we finished as a top 4 seed. 2K wasn't absolutely in love with our rotation. At first, we started, like, really good, and then we kind of just tanked it by the end of the year. So, yeah, hopefully we can definitely still compete in the playoffs. LeBron James makes your NBA first team, obviously. NBA second team, AD makes it at the center spot. Here's your NBA third team. All defense first team, all defense second team, AD making it as well. And then LeBron James not on here or anything like that. Okay, so we are 45-37 going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round. 28 points from LeBron James, 27 from AD, and 22.5 from Russell Westbrook. He had 14 from Schroeder off the bench, 8 points from Edmund Summer, and shot a very efficient, actually just kidding, shot 35% from 3. So I feel like every time, or last time I did a Pacers rebuild when I had Ben Simmons, he would shoot like 43% each time, but this time not so much. Tony Snell shot 46% though. He actually entered the starting 5, so I moved LeBron James to power forward, and then he entered the starting 5, the starting small forward spot. So I was like, okay, Tony Snell season back, I guess. So, which would be fine. We're playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, like I said. They have Shea, Lou Dort, Johnny Juzang, Greg Brown. They did get Andre Drummond. They still have Kemba Walker, obviously. So this could be a tough matchup. Let's see what happens. Game 1, they're up 1-0, start things off, 36. So despite our best efforts, unfortunately, it looks like the Thunder are going to, okay, we even it up this time, so that's good. Game 3, they're up 2-1. I mean, at this point, let's run an 8-man rotation, and let's make sure we don't lose in the first round. Come on. Oh, we're down 3-1. Okay, so Russell Westbrook is going to lose to his former team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. So right now, as it seems to me, it seems like 2K is not in love with this rotation with Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. Not in love with this big three, because we might get bounced out in the first round here. Let's see if we can make this 3-1 comeback. And we are going to force a game 7 back to LA, so that's a good sign. Simcast one more time. Can we go to the second round and get past the Thunder, who have absolutely been making a struggle here? Is an overtime series. Game 7 overtime. You love to see it. And we are going to a second overtime. Oh, my goodness. It looks like they're starting to run away with it, though. And we might go home here. 136-138. I would jump in, but it's like such the beginning of the video that I'm not going to. So 138-141. We lost in the second overtime in game 7 in the first round to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Andre Drummond was leading the way. Andre Drummond, obviously very overrated in 2K, just the way it is. I could have re-signed him, but I just didn't want to. So the Boston Celtics won the championship. So I guess that's what I get for not re-signing Andre Drummond, right? We get bounced out in the first round because of him. So that's kind of funny. Draft lottery. Let's see what happens in the lottery. So we don't have a pick, obviously. It's going to go to the Pelicans this year, the 20th pick. And then LeBron James is in retirement on me, right? Okay, that's good. I didn't want to see that. Staff signing. Our head coach sucked, so let's go ahead and hire a different one, I guess. Well, let's go with Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle's out here. We'll sign him. Pacers must have fired him, I guess. Trent Peterson will sign. And then Scott Brooks will keep around just for obviously the rumors around here that he would be an assistant coach. Rick Carlisle becomes the Lakers head coach. Or not, yeah, I said the Pacers fired him. All right, I just want to make sure the Mavericks. I didn't say the Mavericks. So, it looks like AD and LeBron James still under contract. We got Dennis Schroeder still fine. David Nwaba, Alex Caruso. So I like these rotational pieces. And we should get another mid-level here. We should not have a draft pick because I've, not worried about him. Russell Westbrook declining. Qualifying offers Juan Toscano. I wouldn't mind him coming back just for the depth purposes. Russell Westbrook wants $40 million, and Edmund Summer will sign as well. I'll sign Russell Westbrook, and let's sign both of those guys. All right, so what kind of mid-level do we have? We should definitely use it wisely here. So Michael Green, Daniel Tice, Doug McDermott, and then LaMarcus Aldridge, Drew Eubanks. Okay, so what we need the most is a power forward, I think. Actually, I mean, it could definitely be in the shooting guard small forward department. Definitely could use an upgrade there. So we could sign Eric Bledsoe, which would be funny, I guess. Justice Winslow, Reggie Bullock, Gary Harris, Ty Jerome. Let's sign Gary Harris to be a nice player here, so we'll sign Gary Harris. And I mean, I did sign Edmund Summer to a big contract, so I think what I want to do with him is potentially trade him. And we don't have like any picks to trade because I think they all like are like, you know, capped or locked into like the Stepien role right now. So it's Edmund Summer, trade up. What could I get in return? Kendrick Nunn, D'Anthony Melton, Kofi Cockburn, what else we got? Dwight Powell, Monte Morris. I actually love Monte Morris. And I think he could be pretty good in an actual starting point guard role. We trade a first round pick and we get a second pick. Okay. This could be interesting, to be honest. What we could do is we could accept this trade for a new backup point guard. And then what we could do with Dennis Schroeder is trade him away for an actual starting shooting guard, maybe, if we found one out here. Derrick Rose. Okay. What else we got? Raul Neto, John Petty, Mason Plumlee, Eric Gordon, Duncan Robinson, Draymond Green. Okay. I saw Derrick Rose, and obviously that one was definitely interesting to me. We could get Derrick Rose here, move him to shooting guard, and let's do it. Let's get Derrick Rose in LA, man. Let's do it. Why not? So we'll have Derrick Rose move to a backup shooting guard, or you know what? He may even start with Russell Westbrook. I don't even care at this point. We're gonna get funky. I really don't even care because we didn't even get out of the first round last year. So let's go ahead and just get a little weird. So Alex Caruso, do we move Gary Harris small forward? Yeah, Gary Harris will go up. So we'll have that. And then we'll have boom, and then we just need like a backup front court player, and we're chilling. So we'll sign Taj Gibson maybe to a deal, and then I think we're good. So let's go to play progression and let's run it back one more time. So Derrick Rose is going to start at the 2 spot, which obviously, and everyone's going down overall, so that doesn't help either. So Derrick Rose, or maybe we should trade him because like I don't know, man. Him playing shooting guard is kind of weird, obviously. So do we want to do this? Let me just check if there's anything better. If there's nothing better, then we're just gonna run him. I could have moved Nick Alexander, or I could have moved I also could have moved Dennis Schroeder shooting guard, but you know what, we're just gonna roll with it. Derrick Rose gonna play the 2, Monte Morris is gonna play the 1 in our backup role. I mean, basketball has become positionless anyway, to be honest. I know there's, you know, it's kind of alive there still, but let's be honest with ourselves. You know, it is mostly a positionless basketball game. So let's go untapped potential again here. We'll throw this at Alex Caruso, throw the other one at probably Gary Harris, and then we'll throw the last one at let's throw it at Monte Morris. Why not? Boom. All right, now looking at our starting 5, our rotation for this next season. Rick Carlisle, I'm gonna run a 9-minute, I mean a 10. So we got Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, Gary Harris, LeBron James, AD, Monte Morris, David Nwaba, Alex Caruso, Juan Toscano. So this is our new starting 5. We're 4.5 system at balanced. Can this season go better than last year? Hopefully it does. Let's go ahead and see what happens. We went a measly 42-40. LeBron James on be a first team still. On be a second team, Anthony Davis. But this kind of tells me that 2K does not love this big 3 that we have right now, because we are struggling to even make the playoffs. 42-40 usually doesn't get you in the West. But Russell Westbrook 18, Derrick Rose 16, 26, 28. So, I mean, yeah, I don't really love this team, obviously. Like I said, I wouldn't love Russell Westbrook on the Lakers, but I just kind of did it today for entertainment purposes. So, Oklahoma City again, man. They still have Drum. No, they do not. Oh, yeah, they do. Chet Holmgren's here as well, though. Kemba Walker. So, yeah, this could definitely be very, very tough. So, well, let's see what happens. Game 1, they're up 1-0. So, if we get eliminated in the first round again, I mean, hey, it's a GG. We're down 2-0. Can we even it up, though? Yes, we can. Can we go up 3-2? Yes, we can, and we beat them at 6. Oh my goodness, we got past the first round today. That's actually a miracle. And now we get to play the 7th-seeded Memphis Grizzlies, who have James Harden. Wow, okay. TJ Warren, Clark. So they no longer have Jared Jackson. Instead, they have James Harden in Memphis. Okay. So John Morant and James Harden together. That's kind of funny. Right, here we go. Game 1. We're up 1-0. Only reason I say it's kind of funny is because I remember, I think it was in the bubble when James Harden wasn't guarding John Morant on the perimeter, or maybe it wasn't even in the bubble, and John Morant was like out here, he's like, he must not know who I am, or something like that. I can't remember. But hey, we're up 2-0. 29, 11, and 12. 30 from John Morant. Game 3, they win. Game 4, they win. Game 5, we win. And we're going to Game 7. So Game 7 in the second round. Give more minutes to Russell Westbrook. Sure, why not? All right, here we go. Game 7 in LA. Do we take it home, or do we lose here and go home? All right, 90-97. Very close game. Very close game. 102-99, 100. I kind of want to jump in here, and I'm going to do it. Why not? 101 and 106. But the only thing that sucks is 2K sometimes glitches to where I will not be able to come back if it does its glitch. So, yeah, just keep that in mind that we might not even get to the NBA Finals if I win this, just because 2K will glitch. And All right, I'm going to throw the lob up to AD. Boom, 101 to 106. You love that. 103 to 106. Okay. Love that. All right, now let's see if we can guard James Harden and lock them down. So it's a game 7, man. James Harden for 3. I'll let him take that, and maybe I shouldn't have because that was a step back, and we know Harden can do that. So let's go to Russell Westbrook here again. I'm probably going to run some... actually, I might just drive on Ja Morant here. And almost... I thought... Oh, man. Okay. Well, I thought I could definitely get that on Ja, but unfortunately, I was mistaken. James Harden goes to the basket and just absolutely... All right, well, 111 to 103. Russell Westbrook, here we go. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped in, man. I'm going to throw another lob up to... Okay, well, I thought AD was going to be... AD was kind of under the basket alone, so I was throwing a lob, and he just... Russell Westbrook just threw it the other direction, and I guess AD was not ready for it. So, yeah, and then LeBron James wide open. So, or not LeBron James, or James Harden. Okay, we're going to have to make a 3 here. Can we make this? No, we can't. Okay, well, we lost for sure. Well, it's fine because, like I said, it probably would have glitched anyway. Let's see if it would have glitched, and it didn't. Okay, we didn't lose yet, actually. No, we still lost. Okay, well, we got... The Pelicans going to win the championship. So, unfortunately for us, it looks like the Lakers would not be able to win a championship here on 2K with the big 3 of Russell Westbrook, AD, and LeBron James. Again, like I said at the beginning, I don't think this is going to happen. It's just because the Wizards, like I said, it is a little bit more likely that they could get Russell Westbrook than a guy like Damian Lillard. But the only reason it would happen is if the Wizards were just desperate to get rid of Russell Westbrook and just didn't want him anymore, and Bradley Beal requested a trade or whatever. So, that's the only way this goes down. Also... like I said, this was just for entertainment purposes. Hope you guys enjoy the video, but for now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.